Good morning. I wanted to make a video on how you can find the artist of an image that you see on somewhere that you like and you want to know who the artist is. When I started my diamond painting website and paint by numbers, I went to AliExpress because you can buy things cheap, and I set up my website with a bunch of paintings, and then I watched Tiny Worlds of Wonder about a copyright strike that she had. And I, like just about everybody else, didn't realize that these paintings that we see here, most of them are stolen images or used without permission. I'm not going to say all, because AliExpress is like Amazon in that, imagine this as a virtual flea market, if you will, where you walk into a building and everyone has a table, and each table is a business and they sell their own things. So AliExpress, these are all different stores, and these stores, they're resellers or they might be the factory themselves. And so some of these companies may have rights to the artists. Some of these companies may have artists in-house that create these paintings, and some of them buy images from another company that sells them, and over and over and over and over again. And the artists uh, did not give permission and license their work. So I learned how to do this, and it does take a while. Sometimes you have to really, really dig, and sometimes you find the artist, and sometimes you don't. So, for example, one of the paintings I had on my website in the beginning, now I'm not picking on Evershine. I'm just going to the images, okay? Because I don't know anything about Evershine. I don't know where they get their images from. I'm not picking on Evershine. But this painting right here in the corner, I thought that was gorgeous, right? So I had that. I had this on my website for diamond painting. Now I looked for this and I couldn't find who the artist was, but now I know somewhere there is an artist, and I don't have the rights to this painting, so I took it off my website. But I copied this painting and I put it in Paint, and I saved it to my website, or I'm sorry, I saved it to my computer. But that doesn't mean I'm going to use it for anything, and I can't resell it. So you can go to tineye.com to do a reverse image search. So I'm going to go to this painting, and I named it Evershine Flowers. Again, I'm not picking on Evershine. And I'm going to upload this image. Searched over 46.4 billion images. 113 results were found of this image. You can sort by oldest, best match, most changed, newest. So the oldest, this image has been around since 2016, from what we can tell with this, right? And then best match. This. See, these are from December 30th, 2020. So even though that's the best match, that's not necessarily going to bring you to the artist. So you can search through these, and it takes a while. You have to dig and dig and dig. Like, I spent a lot of time searching for the image that was a cabin by a lake in the woods or a stream or something, and it ended up being a Thomas Kincaid. So Yeah, it's like, all right, I need to make my own images and use different images. So you can go to TinEye and you can search, or you can go to Google Images. And you can click on this image here, and then it's going to allow you to upload the image to Google. I learned this on my own, so there might be faster ways of doing this, but if there are, I don't know. So here are all these different images that's similar. And you can just go through and look. And this is all the websites that have these images. And like they're repinned on Pinterest because somebody thought it was pretty and whatever reason they put it up there. Photos by, photos by this person. So I don't know if this is the artist or if this is the person that just likes the picture and shared it. Let's find out. So, okay, this is just someone's board, I guess. Let's see where this image takes us, actually. Pinterest again. What does this tell us? Saved by Etsy. Product sold by Etsy. All right, so somebody on Etsy is reusing this image. So that's how you search, and you have to dig and really dig and dig. So I did a reverse search. Let's see, actually, let me go back here. So, like all of us, we look, what do we want to paint? What would be pretty as a diamond painting? And we look through all these images. Some factories have better quality than others. And sometimes you'll get a diamond painting that you're really happy with, sometimes not so much. And the reason these prices are so low, uh, our dollar to a Chinese dollar, like $1 of our money is equivalent to about six in a Chinese currency. So this may be really inexpensive to us, and it might be a little more expensive to them, a little higher value. But when these companies have access to 1,000 or 5,000 prints, they're going to be a lot cheaper to buy than if you go to a smaller company who only buys maybe 10 prints at a time. So you're looking at all these images, right? These people seem to think these are stock images because you see them all over. They're not necessarily stock images. They've just been stolen and copied so many times that people think they're stock images. And the only reason I think this is because I spent a lot of time doing reverse image searches, and I found artists of these paintings. I'm no expert. I'm just sharing what I learned. Maybe I might give you some incorrect information during this video. That's not my intention. So if I'm wrong and you know it, let me know, and I will research your information to find out where I went wrong. It's only fair, right? So, okay. So I did TinEye there. Oh, all right. So I want to show you this. Later, I bought a, okay. So these cats are adorable, right? I just want to flip through some of these pages because I imagine that you will see some images that are familiar. So let me try this. Fancy Cats. See what happens on AliExpress. I think I have too many tabs open. I'm kind of slow here. All right, let's see. Fancy Cats Diamond. I hope you'll stick with me during this video, and I hope that you find it interesting and useful and not slow and boring. All right, look at this. So I wanted to have this cat. I like cats. I love lavender and purple. And I thought, oh my gosh, I want this as a diamond painting. Look at the detailed lilacs. How beautiful, right? And the feather boa, how cute. Those eyelashes. So I did a reverse image search and I found the artist and I had to dig for it, but I found it. Let's see. I had it up here. So let me see. Here it is, right here. Carol Cavaleras. So last year sometime, I used the contact us and I emailed to find out about licensing rights. And I didn't hear back. And about a month later, I did hear from Carol's daughter, and she said, I'm sorry to say my mother died about a month ago. So thinking about it, I had emailed her approximately the time of her death. Now, I had never heard of Carol, so this is purely coincidental. So Carol's daughter is Heather, and we were corresponding about licensing, but Heather has since found a licensing company to handle her mother's artwork. But I'm sure you recognize some of these paintings. How about this wolf? Right? This one. Dreamcatcher White Wolf. You recognize this? Somebody sent me this painting and wanted me to create it as a, when I was building my website and trying to find ideas for people, somebody wanted wolves. So I searched for wolves and I found this image and this woman liked it. And then I did a research on it. I can't do this. This belongs to an artist. And so I haven't signed up to do any, I haven't licensed any of Carol's artwork yet because the company that is now licensing wanted me to get back to them in a few months because they hadn't decided yet what they were going to do as a business for licensing and what they were going to allow and not allow. And how about this wolf one? I bet that looks familiar. I love Carol's artwork. The colors are just brilliant, amazing. She did a fabulous job. You know, I wish I had this talent. So anyway, art by Carol Cavaleras. Okay, now I did a reverse image search and I found out one of the paintings I had on my website was Thomas Kinkade. This image took me a long time to find the artist because there were thousands to go through, and one of them even popped up as a Kathy Ireland lamp. So Kathy Ireland, for those of you younger than me, was a model, and evidently she lent her name to some home furnishing company, and somehow a Thomas Kinkade painting was put on her lamp, a lamp, and she had her name on it. But maybe she used it, I don't know. Thomas Kinkade, you might recognize his paintings from greeting cards and puzzles and wall art and I think he's the painter of light. He's known as the painter of light. He left the world too soon. So these are the companies that Thomas Kinkade licenses the products to. Andrew McNeil, Bradford Exchange, Hallmark, Lionel, yeah, Toy Trains. So just because you see his images everywhere doesn't mean it's okay to use them. I'm going to go to his art and show you some images. And you might recognize some because they're on AliExpress or diamond paintings. Let's check out some of his cottages. You recognize some of these images? I don't mean from calendars and jigsaw puzzles. Do you recognize them as diamond art paintings on AliExpress or Amazon? A lot of the companies that sell on Amazon sell on AliExpress. They're resellers or factories, and that's why they're selling so inexpensive, because they have access to the inventory, which is, by the thousands. Oh my gosh, his paintings are incredible. So if you see any of these on AliExpress, it's pretty safe to say that they don't have a licensing from Thomas Kinkade. So when you see some superhero stuff, Stan Lee, I know, drew Spider-Man, and that's the extent of my knowledge, because I'm not into superheroes, but I have a son who loves superheroes, of course. He was in licensing rights to Stan Lee and his IP creations, past, present, and going forward. So if you see anything relating to these Marvel comics as a diamond painting, and Stan Lee's name is not attached to it, or Stan Lee Universe is not attached to it, then they don't have the licensing rights. Same for Carol, what did I say her name was? Cavaliers. So if you see an image and you know who that character is, and the character is not identified, then they don't have the licensing rights. How many Disney paintings do you see that are called Cute Bear? And who doesn't know that it's Winnie the Pooh? But they don't call it Winnie the Pooh because they don't have the licensing rights. And this is Coca-Cola. So let's see, this is talking about Coca-Cola and selling it in other countries, and who has the license to sell Coca-Cola products and who can make Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola owns the copyright to their ads, jingles, and creative copy on their bottles. Unless your use meets the fair use standard, you are not allowed to use their copyright without receiving permission. So when you see Coca-Cola and I think Mountain Dew and things like that, or diamond art painting, like the Coca-Cola sign in an old garage, old mechanic's garage above a jalopy, they probably don't have the rights to be using that and making that image. Let's see. See, this is my email. Yeah, Marty MHS Licensing now has Carol's artwork. So what else did I want to show you? Oh, okay. So I did a reverse image search and oh, I was looking for a cabin by the lake. I wasn't able to find what I was looking for, but this image looks pretty familiar. And this is by Dominic Davison. So here's more stolen artwork because I'm pretty certain I've seen these images, but of course they all look familiar because, you know, cabin by the lake with the ducks on the pond and all that. The reflection is so pretty. Oh, and see, here's a watermark something.com, which is good. So this can't be right clicked and downloaded. Oh, actually, you can't see that, right? Ooh, pretty smart. Anybody who downloads this and tries to make a copy is going to be pretty sad because that's going to show up. Not sad. Yeah, disappointed, but you know, you got to do things legally, right? So sometimes when you do a reverse image search, you come to websites like this and you find the artwork attached to the artist. So you can identify the artist. I'll click on a random name. I think I've seen that photo before. It's pretty well known. Oh, look at this. Well, this is a happy accident. Farewell to Anger by this person. Well, this is copied on a lot of diamond paintings. See, and there's the artist right there. So if it's important to you to not purchase copyright images, then take the time to do a reverse search and see if you can find the artist. Someone sent me an image that they want a diamond painting of, and so I did a reverse search and I found a website that had the image on it. And so I emailed who I thought the artist was, and she got back to me and said, she's not the artist, but she's affiliated with the company who owns the image, and she gave me the contact information. So I'm waiting to hear back from them. Let's see if I've missed anything. No, I think, yeah, I think that's what I wanted to show you. Okay. So my website is ahomespunhobby.com. If you find an image that you want to have made into a diamond painting, you can send it to me. I'll try to find the artist, or you can try to find the artist and see if it can be made into a painting.